Hi guys, hope you're all well. Just a quick thank you to everybody who's sent me messages and left comments wishing me well. I'm feeling much better. I've been taking it quite easy, hence there being no videos for a couple of weeks. Just had a really bad flare up and just needed to take some time out and rest really, but I'm back with all me whatever's firing at once. I don't know what the saying is. Yeah, but today guys, we're just going to do a really simple stone. I know a couple of other people have done this technique. We all have different ways and of doing things, don't we? So I've just come up with a really simple way to make Lapis Lazuli. I've been asked for this for lots of people have requested it, so I thought I would do it because it's a relatively easy one to do. So all we're going to need is some, now I've got a small sample piece of this is ultramarine blue. We're going to need some cernit, well not cernit, your translucent, any translucent clay you've got, ultramarine blue, translucent clay, some gold foil and a teensy bit of black. This is just to colour this up. We're going to make two colours, then mix it with translucent. So I'll just unwrap this. You could probably use lots of different blues guys. I just thought this ultramarine is very vibrant, isn't it? So we're just going to take equal parts of the blue like so. Into one part I'm just going to add a little bit of black. Now I may add more at some point when I've mixed it if it needs a bit more, but all we're going to do at the minute is just get these conditioned up, then we're going to add the colours to some translucent. So I'll just get this black mixed in. I may add another speck, I'll let you know if I do, but I'll go and get this mixed in. So we've got our two shades of blue, we need one a bit darker, that's why I've added black. I'll mix it in, I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, the black's been added. Not sure how well you're going to make that out next to each other, but it's just made it a darker blue. So I've got this nice rich blue and a darker blue, and I've just got 3 pieces of translucent, probably a third colour to 2/3, or 1 part blue to 2 parts translucent. No, a third. So I'm just going to mix all these together now to get my 2 colours, and I'll just condition this as well, just so I know I've not got any air trapped in it. So I'll go and get these mixed, and then we can start the chopping process. See you in a minute. Okay guys, I've got all mixed now. Of course they look really light because of the white base of the translucent. Of course they'll darken up once they're baked. So I've just got my blues there, and I've just got some translucent here, and I'm just going to put some foil on this translucent. I'm just going to flip it and put some on the back as well. Oh, get them bits off my fingers. I'll just make sure that's all stuck down, and we may as well start by chopping this one. I'm just going to fold it up so that it's a bit lumpier and easier to chop. Just let me get them bits of gold off my fingers. So yeah, we're putting gold in because Lapis has iron pyrite in it, fool's gold. So this is going to be our speckles. So I'm just going to chop this up. this bit can be boring, but I find it quite, what's the word I'm looking for? I find it quite soothing, and I'm really chopping this up fine, guys, and we will be mixing and chopping more, but I am just going to chop this up quite finely to get all those little tiny speckles. If you've got a firmer clay, you could probably grate this, guys, if you so wished. Of course, cernit can be quite soft and not as easy to grate, but I'm just giving this a really fine chop through. Like so. In fact, it could probably be a bit finer, but I might do a bit more off camera, but just chop it really finely, as fine as you can, because it'll break up all that gold then. So I'll just pop that to one side for now. I'm just trying to make sure I've not got loads of foil on me. Let me get a wet wipe. And then of course we're just going to do the same with both the blues. Just give my hands a quick clean. So yeah, we're just going to do the same with both the blues. I'll just do a bit of this one with you, and then I'll come back when they're all chopped up. But just chop it up as finely as you can. You may find that you need to let it rest a bit, because it sticks together and stuff. Or again, you could grate it, I suppose, guys, if you've got a firm enough clay to do that. But I'm just going to chop into nice fine pieces. I'll come back when both my piles are done, guys, and then we'll do the mixing. See you in a sec. Okay guys, my piles are all chopped up now. Some better than others. Some is a bit clumpy, to be fair. I've gone from really cold in here to really warm in here, so I'm struggling with my clumps, but it will be fine the way we're doing it. What we're going to do now is just mix them all together and then chop some more. So I'm just going to sprinkle my two blues together, just trying to separate them out a little bit, so there's not too much of colour block together. And then I'm just going to sprinkle my gold and translucent over the top, give them a little tumble, just trying to mix those in like so, and then I'm just going to chop through again. Just want to make sure that those flecks are mixed in. And just give it a tumble again, just to give it a nice mix. And then we'll give it one more chop, and I think we'll call that a day. Again, you could do it a lot more than I can, guys, if you want to make it really fine. But I'm trying to get the look that it's a bit more not banded, but does that make sense? There's a bit more of a grain running through it, rather than just one colour with some flecks of gold. You know, I wanted it to look more stone-like, rather than plastic looking, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that'll do. I'll just give this another tumble, and then we can start forming it, guys, into a block. It doesn't, you know, we don't have to worry about keeping our shapes and things, because it looks nice when it's all blended. Just squeezing it together. Maybe make a log. And I'm very lucky to have received some lovely moulds from Yaroslav again. Bless him. Sent me some more lovely moulds. They came while I wasn't feeling very well, but so I didn't bother doing a haul just for 3, but he sent me these 3 ones. So I think I'll use a couple of these shapes, I think, guys, to let me just grab a scrap of paper, to make a nice cabochon from. So you can see it when it's cut through. We've just got that mix of colour now, with like a banded speckle. I think that one's a bit big for a bit small for that. So I'm just going to press. I'll do. Shall I do 3? I'll do 3. I quite like these 2. Do this one, I think. I'll just get these rolled in. I've got all gold on my blade and it's scratching the surface. I just like to make sure that they're really pressed in. Okay. Just let that sit a minute. The clay's got quite warm again. Just give this a roll. Get these slivers trimmed. Okay. I just like pushing the edge in. It doesn't leave a seam around then. Let's get these popped onto some paper. Come on. Oh, I've distorted that one a little bit. Oh, don't stick together. Okay, so we've got those 2 cabs and I've got some scraps here. I think these are all a bit too big, really. We'll just pop these bits into this one. Yeah, it's not enough. We'll put a little slither in. And I'll just make a tiny cab with this bit. Let's just get that pressed down nice. put these slithers on top. Waste not, want not, guys. Oh, I did that quite well. Oh, come on. They don't want to come out today. They normally pop out really easy for me. There we go. A little bit distorted. Just smooth that over. Oh, that's really distorted. Don't know what I did then. Just pop it back in. Is it because I forgot to roll it, do you think? Not sure. It's really sticking to the mould. Come on. There we go. That one's not perfect. In fact, I don't like it, so I'm going to leave it out. All that faffing again for nothing. But yeah, these are the newish ones I've got. They're nice, some lovely shapes in there. Right, I'll pop these in the oven and I'll see you when they're baked. See you in a minute. Hi guys, so we're done. I took the liberty of just giving them a quick buff. But I hope you can see the subtle shade differences in them. Just little specks of light and dark running throughout, and of course that translucent with the fleck really adds some lovely depth to the pieces. To be honest, I could have made this a little bit darker. Maybe added a bit of black to both pieces just to get that bit of more darkness in it. And they're not finished brilliantly, guys. They could do with a really good sand back, but you get the gist. So there we go. Relatively quick lapis lazuli. Again, as I've said, I mean, the colour change from that to that is amazing, isn't it? So I could have probably gone a little bit darker, but I am happy with the overall result of the shade of it and the mixing of it. Just the you could just, I can see it, you probably can't, but there's just little patches of dark and light throughout it. It stops it looking flat, doesn't it? Makes it look more lifelike. But there you go, guys, just a quick video while I'm getting my mojo back working. So I shall leave it there, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.